everybody. Happy day 3 of our summer camp program. So we are going to recap day 1 and day 2 and going to really talk about the number one thing that you need to remember about this business, and that is it is a business. That you need to remember that although we have fun, although we have girlfriends, although we have camaraderie and sisterhood, this business is a business. And with a business, what happens? You make money. And it is a money-making machine. Even now, with the opportunities that have just arose for you, there is no greater time for you to be growing your business in Mary Kay. So let's go back to the first day of training, and we talked about this paper here, this My Dreams Matter. And you guys put on here some of the things that really matter for you and how you want to get there, right? Like, so I know I want to make more money, but like, how do I get myself to get to that point? Well, that's where the planning comes in, which we talked about yesterday. But now it's an opportunity to really understand how the money is made, okay? How is the money made? So there's 2 pieces of literature that I'm going to refer you to. The first piece of literature is the recruiting literature brochure. It's the one that has the woman who's a national on the front, and then I think there's a red jacket and a director maybe on it. I don't have it here to show you, but you all know what I mean. It's a little longer. It's like about this wide. It's not it's longer than a lookbook, let's say. What is the title of it? It's making me crazy. Something more, or anyway, it's the things that I have at the front door at the meetings, if you're going to the success meetings, in the cello bags. And that's the brochure that has in it broken down step by step each level of Mary Kay. And on each level of Mary Kay, it tells you the rewards at each of the levels, okay? So what I want you to do is refer to that. I want you to look at what it means for you when you're a senior beauty consultant. What does it mean for you when you have a red jacket? What does it mean for you when you have a team leader, right? What is the pay increase? What happens? What changes, okay? So follow the money trail is what we're going to talk about today, and how do you really get yourself to get to that point. So when you're scripting and you're sending people information and you're coaching and all of that stuff, the one thing that I am going to tell you, and even when you're holding your appointments, is although we care about the money, because the money is the income, which helps support your business, I don't want you at your appointments to think about the money. Okay, so that probably sounds a little confusing, but I want you to think about this. When you are focused on a dollar amount, your brain is not focused on the person. What I want you to try to do when you go to your appointments is to think about and ask yourself the questions: whose life am I going to touch today? I have this gift that I can give to somebody else, whether I'm going to change her visual appearance in front of a mirror and have her feel incredible at the end of this hour appointment, or maybe I'm going to give the gift of my business opportunity to her because this would be a great opportunity for her for whatever reason. You fill in the blank. Find the need and fill it. So when we go into an appointment thinking about the person and not the dollars, we definitely 100% have an incredible, in my opinion, different outcome than we would have if we are so focused and pushing higher ticketed items, or strictly roll-up bags, or we are focused on, in our minds, getting them all on repair. Even though we know in our minds the reward comes, it's the experience that we want to give them. So if you forget about the money, just put it in the back of your mind until your closing sheet. I promise you, the heart is where we are successful in Mary Kay. Have your heart reach her heart and touch somebody's life. That's when you can call yourself a winner at the end of the appointment, whether it was $0 in sales or it was a $400 facial. She connected with you, your heart's connected, you made her look and feel beautiful in front of that mirror, and possibly could have changed her life forever by giving her the business opportunity. So, how does the money look, and how do you learn about the money so that when the opportunity does arise, you want to be clear on how you're going to make your money? So in that wonderful brochure, which I didn't tell you the second piece of literature that you can go to, and that is, before I continue, it's the Advance book. So there is a book online. It used to be sent to us years ago, but if you go online onto InTouch and you look under Advance, type it in the search bar, you'll get the Advance book, and it's the same exact thing, but it's in a booklet form. But now you can print it off the computer and have all the levels and the money. Okay, so when we look at that piece of literature and we find out what the avenues of income really do for us and how much those avenues of income impact our financial freedom, then we can start to work a little bit differently and break down the numbers. So for example, when you have a goal of star consultant, right? You know, because you've heard it 100 times, that a $300 week inevitably is going to allow you to be a star consultant each and every quarter, right? We already know that 100%. We know that. So if that isn't enough for you, if that's not helping you pay your bills with an extra $600 dollars at the end of a month, then you've got to up your game. You've got to figure out what it is that you're going to do activity-wise to up your game, so financially more income is coming in to your household. We talked about earlier in the summer camp having that goal, truly having a goal, and making sure that whatever the goal is, that you are focused on the goal. And by having that focus on the goal, it will make a difference for you 100% on what the financial reward is going to be, because you're focused on the numbers, and then you can focus on the dollars. So for example, if I have 2 classes and I know my income each month I have to bring in, let's say, $1,000 a month for my family. Okay, so I know I have to sell $2,000 every single month. If that's your goal, and you know that that's going to help pay your bills, when you get out there and do these appointments and you are focused on the amount after the appointment, and you come back home and you realistically look and you go, okay, well, this week I had a facial, I had a couple of reorders, and I had 1 party. This is my retail amount that I've sold. This is how much I made. That leaves me with XYZ for the rest of the month on how I'm going to fill in that gap of completing that $1,000 in my pocket. Does that make sense? Breaking it down and looking at the numbers as appointments are happening is important. Here's what I don't want you to do. I don't want you to look at the numbers after the fact and go, oh crap, I wish I had more, right? What I want you to do is I want you to keep focused early enough in the month, which is going to then allow you an opportunity to be able to then continue on in your month and to make sure that you're hitting the goal financially that you need to hit. So here's something to think about. Have you ever thought about doing the bulk of activity of your business with appointments between the 1st and the 15th of the month? Go ahead. Sorry, I got an interruption there. Am I still live? Yeah, there we go. Okay, if you start to have your appointments early in the month, what it's going to allow you to do is it's going to allow you to look at your financial report of your business in the first 15 days of any month, and all of a sudden you're going to realize, oh my gosh, all I have is this much left to hit my goal. Or how about I actually hit my goal and now the rest of the month is going to be gravy. Think about how incredible that is going to look and feel in your pocket when you go to pay your bills at the end of the month. Okay, so we're going to call the rest of this class Follow the Money Trail. You're going to start off by setting a goal. We talked about that earlier. You're going to track the activity that you need to have in order for that goal to be completed. Okay? Weekly accomplishment sheets for the last couple of weeks is a great way to start tracking to see where have I been over the last 3 or 4 weeks. Am I happy with that number? And if I'm not, how can I change that with all the skills that I'm learning from summer camp to be able to make a difference? That's really important. Guys, one of the things, I guess I should say, it's one of my pet peeves of this business is how many times consultants miss goals because they didn't track. they didn't realize how important it was to track things. And it's simple stuff, guys. It's girls' night out. It's, tracking wholesale production so you earn your bracelet, or in this new year, the jewelry prize, the You Hold the Key contest. Like, why wouldn't you do that? Our new 400 Club wholesale, which is going to be our new meetup opportunity, right? Why wouldn't you do that? Why wouldn't you track for those things? We want you to be successful, the company and me. We want you to be successful. That's why we're there. But sometimes people miss things for a lack of organization or a lack of tracking. So please track your numbers. So here's the deal, is that, what ways can you define your personal success? When I say to somebody, what makes you feel successful? A lot of times people feel successful only when they know the financial reward is there. And I don't always like that, because there's a lot of rewards that happen in Mary Kay and it's not always financial. However, it is a business. It goes back to my opening statement. You need to make money. People that fail in Mary Kay, it's been known that the people who fail are people who didn't manage their money. We had a joke, God, when I was a new consultant years ago, I remember always hearing my adoptee director say this, and some of you may have heard me say this before too, is, you go into a $600 skincare class, you put the money in your money bag, you get in the car, and on your way home you go, oh gosh, I'm really hungry, I need to stop and get something to eat. So you open up your money bag and you buy something at that drive-through, and then you continue on the road and you go, oh God, you know what, I totally forgot I need gas in my car. So you go back into that money bag and you take money out to go ahead and pump your gas, and then you go down about a mile more and you realize you're at the grocery store and you don't have stuff for your kids' groceries, and now all of a sudden you need stuff for lunch the next day, and you say to yourself, oh my gosh, I need to go in and get a couple groceries, and next thing you know, that $600 is down to $300 because you've just dropped all this money that you didn't expect to. And she used to always say, and here's the bottom line, you're going to jail, and you're going to directly to jail, and you're do not pass go. And the reason that is so 100% wrong is because that money isn't all yours. That $600 needs to be split. Part goes into your financial pocket, and then part goes back to reinvest in the inventory of $600 that you have just sold. So you need to put that into a portion of that. Usually we teach 60-40, 60 back in inventory and business supplies, and 40% is your paycheck and your extra little things like conferences, meeting fee of $3, that kind of thing. So what are you doing with your money? Are you taking all of that money and putting it back into your account? I sure hope so, because if you're not, you're going to automatically know that this business is not going to match up. And an easy way to figure that out, you guys, is the difference between your wholesale orders at the end of a seminar year and your summary sheet sales. And I can tell you exactly what your numbers should be, and if they don't add up, something isn't right. Okay? So here's, I guess, your big number one point of today and this training call, is that I want to make sure that everybody is taking every penny you ever earned from Mary Kay Cosmetics, whether it's on ProPay or in your little online bank account, or if it's cash or checks that's handed to you, but you take all of that money, you deposit it into that checkbook, you split the money, 60% back in inventory, 40% to you, and you start treating this like a real business. Because that's when the financial rewards are going to happen. That's when you're going to follow the money trail, because you're going to actually visually see it week after week after week. Without that, you guys, it's going to eventually fail. And that's just the truth, because it's so easy to steal from yourself because you get excited when there's all this money. But when all of a sudden sales are there, orders aren't happening, and things like that start to be very present in your numbers, the red flag goes up and something's not right. So think about that really closely, and think about how you've been running your business. And are you doing it the Mary Kay way, or are you doing it your creative way, your way, right? Yes, it is a business. Yes, you have the right to control your own business. But I will tell you, success will happen, and you will move way quicker in this business if you do it the way Mary Kay, the company, has taught us to do it. Okay, so what is your success going to be defined as? Is that a number for you? Is it contacts, with people? Is it going to be a certain amount of bookings each month? What is that defined success? Okay, so let's talk about now, we talked about tracking, let's talk about the close of a sale. One of the hardest things to teach somebody is how to close a sale. However, if you don't close the sale and ask, you're going to lose the sale 100%. So make sure that you have a closing sheet. You can use the one from section 2 that Mary Kay promotes, or maybe there's one you've seen on the internet that you like better. I personally have had great luck with the Mary Kay placemat, but you do what you want to do because you are in business, again, for yourself. So, but have something. Have a closing sheet 100%. At the end of a facial, you're going to ask questions. Number 1, did you have fun today? Number 2, how does your skin feel? Number 3, if money was no object, what would you go home with right now? And then you let her talk. Oh, I'd probably go home with everything. Well, awesome. Is that something that you're comfortable with then right now? Let her talk. Stop 100% trying to expect the customer to tell you what she wants, because this is what she's going to do. She's going to open up the lookbook. She's going to start flicking through the lookbook, and she's going to go, oh, you know what? I think I'll take that mascara, and I really like this lip gloss. I think I'll go with that. You haven't offered her closing sets. You haven't offered her skincare regimens. You haven't focused on how her skin is feeling. Color makes you look good 10 minutes from now, but skincare makes you look good 10 years from now. That statement should be made to every single person that you are in contact with when you put this product on their face. Okay, so closing the sale, that's how you follow the money trail. You follow the money trail when you close the sale successfully. Okay, last piece of closing the money trail is team building. Okay, so you have a sheet that's a team building recruit leading sheet. It looks like your party planner sheet, and it is called, do I have it here with me? I do. Recruit Leads is the one it looks like, okay? So again, if you were not at our success meeting this past week, you need to make sure you get this paperwork. I will upload it when I'm back home, and I will be able to get this out to you probably sometime tomorrow on Friday, okay? The Great Start Team Building Rewards is also a big thing that you need to download from Mary Kay in Touch. Go right to your computer, type in your search bar, Great Start Team Building Rewards, or you're going to see it on your home page, and make sure you are understanding what is happening with this team building money. Yes, it is true that you are earning $50 per qualified personal team member from day 1 of this new year. And yes, it is true that qualified is the month they come in, the month after, or the 2 months after that. Yes, it is true that it can be cumulative now. However, the bundles, the amount of product they are getting free is almost doubled compared to what it was. That's the big change that has happened. So it will by far behoove the new consultant to have her first bundle, like we've always done a qualified beauty consultant, allowing her that, but then allowing her the extra few months for every other 600 cumulative order to keep getting new bundles of new product. There is such potential for new consultants between the 15-day ordering guideline that if they order a qualified order within their first 15 days, they get the color makeover. Yes, they're going to get the new bundle that is valued so much higher than the bundles that we've currently had. And then she keeps earning, right? Keeps earning products based on the levels of 600 increments that she will continue to have over the next 4 months, well, 2 months. So it's the month that she comes in, the month after, and then the 2 following months. So it's actually a 4-month window. If you're unclear on any of that, all that information is on In Touch, but you can certainly ask me. But the key here, you guys, is qualified team members. So your $50, commission might not come in month 1 or month 2. If your gal does a $225 active order and then 2 months later completes that and it equals to $600, then your check will come in that following month that she actually became qualified on the books. But after 4 months, it goes away, and it doesn't help for year-end stats, and it doesn't help for courts, and it doesn't help you for commissions, and it doesn't help them for free product. So our goal is for every new independent beauty consultant to make sure that she earns the Ready, Set, Sell, her Great Start, first bonus, and then her keep selling bonus to be successful and to earn as much as she can, because again, every increment she's going to keep getting free product, which is pretty awesome. All those details are on In Touch, and you can check that out and find out exactly what Mary Kay is doing for these consultants. And the bottom line is they're getting tons of free product, and it couldn't be any more exciting. Okay, so sharing is the heart right now of our business. Sharing is how we're going to get our goals as a unit. Sharing is how you're going to get your goals as a recruiter to move up the career path. And sharing is truly going to be the paycheck of the heart. There's no greater gift than giving a woman in Mary Kay the gift of the business opportunity. The stories are countless, and you know them. You hear them every week at our meetings. You hear them online on NSD chats and top director chats. I will tell you this, there is no greater gift than giving the business away to a woman who needs it. And the only way that you're going to find out who needs it, ladies, is by asking. Don't assume people are going to say to you, I want to do this business. But how about a simple question? Is this something in a million years you would ever consider? Would you ever think about being an independent beauty consultant? Compliment her. Maybe she was really great at your class. Maybe she really knew what was going on. Maybe she helped the person next to her. Maybe she just loves makeup. Whatever the case may be, compliment her, have it be a win-win for her, and give your gift away. You will be rewarded so much if you do that. So the next and final homework assignment I want you to do is, again, pull out that Start magazine, and I want you to look on page 23. And on page 23, they have a dream board. I'm going to ask you all to create a dream board, and I'd like you to complete this as soon as possible. The absolute latest would be our Monday meeting, but I'd like you to bring them to our Monday meeting, and I'd like you to share your goals, all these points that we've been talking about for 3 days, your goals, right? Your true goal. What are you setting yourself up to be successful for? Your level that you want to get to, how you're going to get there. Whatever that board needs to look like to motivate you, it's time you recreate it. Without a doubt, you need to visually see it. And here's the difference. You can look at it, but without looking at it and accomplishing it and doing the work, it's never going to happen. It's just pictures. You've got to commit today, right now, that this is truly going to be your Changing Mary Kay seminar year. Your systems are in place. The prizes, the goals, the rewards are all in place. It's now between here and here, and it's a decision. Are you ready to make this your best year ever? I know that with all of these things set up and all of the final pieces being put together in our final summer camp series tomorrow, that you can make this a life-changing seminar year for you. And I am so ready to run with those who are going to run with me. I want you to take all these days, these 3 days of training, these points that I've touched on in these short 25-minute videos, and I want you now to put it into action. Get every piece of it done. Make sure you're being accountable and you're sending them to me. You're texting them over so I have them in my hands. And then I know that you are serious. Have an amazing day. I don't know why it's not stopping. Bear with me.